Hey guys, hope everyone's well. Just a quick little video, just to say I bought some new boots. They're the Gain G Dakar Gore-Tex boots. I got these bought them from Sports Bike Shop. I think they were 330 quid. Just going to be testing them. I bought these for Iceland. Obviously, being Gore-Tex, they're going to be waterproof. I've had Gains for the last 8 years or so, since doing a boot test for Ride magazine, and I got to keep the one I preferred, and my preference was the all-terrain, the Gain all-terrain, which is more of a trials boot, to be honest. So not a lot of protection in the ankle, but really nice supple boot, nice for walking and things like that. So for me, as a compromise boot for on a trip, it just suited me. I mean, I know there's people who want more protection, they want more ankle protection, and obviously they want the boot that suits the worst case scenario on a trail. But for me, I've always compromised a little bit for protection, for comfort. So I've seen it as a bit of a halfway house. Then I saw these. I think these are a pretty new boot, to be honest. These G Dakars just got more protection in the heel. So they got in the heel there. So more of a plastic protector running all the way across the back. So a little bit sturdier. You definitely feel a bit sturdier than the all-terrain. Still got a thin sole though, which I really like. You know, my problem with some of the say like the Former Adventures and things like that, they've got a really chunky, like a moon boot sole, which for a lot of the trail bikes, especially when you're standing, I find it difficult to get your foot under the foot peg. So that's why I've sort of swerved away from boots like the Gain all-terrain. I did have some previously used some TCX drifters as well, which again have got like a more of a walking shoe boot. These were all right, these TCX, but I didn't think they lasted very well. They fell apart far quicker than the Gains. So I've gone back to Gains, or stuck with Gains, let's say. So a little bit more protection there. The only thing is they're very squeaky. They're squeakier than a City Adventure, which is probably their closest adversary, really. I think these were quite a direct comparison to a City Adventure. So yeah, just want to do a quick update. I wore them around Ireland and found them very comfortable. We didn't have any rain in Ireland, so it was hard to test if they were going to be waterproof, but I would imagine, like the all-terrains that I've got, they do last at least 2 years, I would say, of heavy use, being waterproof, and then they do start to leak. So I thought for Iceland, with some river crossings along the way, it would be wise to get some sensible boots. I've mentioned in other videos, really, that to me the boot is probably the most crucial component of your kit. If you've got a limited budget, then to me it's best spending it on the boot, because you can overcome a poor jacket or poor trousers or even a helmet. You can compromise to a large degree, but there's not much you can do with a boot, and certainly if you're camping, which we are on Iceland. So if you've got a wet boot on the inside and you're camping that night, there's no way you're going to dry it for the morning. Whereas if you get a cheaper jacket and put a good overcoat on it, whether it's a military jacket or whatever, then that's going to see you right. Whether it's, it only costs 30 quid for a military over jacket, but the boot, to be honest, if you compromise on your boot, you're always going to be miserable, I think. So if you've got a limited budget, spend it on your boot rather than a £1,000 jacket. So yeah, it's a lot of money, 330 quid. I have bought these. I asked anybody to send them me. I bought them because I like Gain boots, and I wanted to try these as something a bit more protective than the all-terrain. So we'll see how we do. I'll do an update on them, but I can't see any problems with it. It's a boot, isn't it? And as long as it functions and it's waterproof, then job done. And they're comfortable. But that noise, that squeak, is horrendous. You couldn't sneak up on anyone without noticing. I've just had there's a bit of stitching coming on undone on one of these, on those. There you go, you can see it there. You see that? A little bit disappointed. Don't know if that's just one of those things, just needs restitching or something, but it'll do, won't it? It'll do. Right, cheers.